See, many of you have joined, so we can start. Can someone confirm if my screen is visible?
Yeah,
Right, so we did the VNet pairing here. I hope this is clear to everyone. Right, I'm gonna stop these machines. Any doubts, any questions you guys have?
no,
Okay. Let me pick up a Windows machine and we may see we'll see some options related to networking. I don't want to still go ahead and start VPN. That I'll do next week. So at least till this week, you guys watch some more videos, watch the recording of this session, do VNet pairing, and get comfortable with this topic, right? So today we are going to check the networking options. For example, if you want to check the IP address of a machine, if you want to change the IP address of a machine, etc. So that I didn't want to do on a Linux machine. It will be not easy to understand there. So let me pick up a Windows machine. By the way, I have been doing this from long time. I was hoping one of you to ask what is a switch directory. I'll explain it quickly. When you have access to multiple tenants using same ID, then you can use switch directory. For example, I am working here. Wait, someone has sent a message. Can't hear you. Can someone confirm if I am audible to you guys?
yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
So I hope only this person is not able to hear me. Let me text him. Okay. So I was saying that when you are a part of multiple directories using the same ID, okay. Now look at this. Here I have two IDs, right? You guys have created two subscriptions. I'm a part of this also. I'm a part of this also. But I cannot use switch directory there. Why? Because here my ID is different. Suhail at this one, Sheikh SS, SRS, etc. Here, Suhail at system, etc. These are different. Here I cannot use a switch directory. When can I use? Let's say that I work for a company, example TCS. TCS has you are a you are a resource who knows cloud very well, doing very good with one client. Under TCS, you are working for Bank of America. Bank of America has created your account on their cloud using your TCS ID. We have already seen what is the guest user, right? They can send an email to your TCS ID and then you can access their cloud and you're building machines for them, whatever you're doing, your daily routine. Your manager thinks you're doing well, but you do not have enough work. Now you should work for some other company also or some other client also. Let's say Craft or some other client of there. Now you are working for them also. And uh, they have also created a user for you using your same TCS ID. So when you go to portal, you will log in your using your TCS ID, and this is the option which you can use. The moment you click, you will see all these three companies, or for that matter, whatever companies you are listed there. These are my favorites I've selected. Now I'm a part of all these directories using one ID. This is a single ID I'm using, right? If I have different ID, then that's a different case. Then I have to log off and log in. वो एक अलग चीज हो जाती है, ठीक है? These two are different IDs. These two are different IDs. Let's say Bank of America says, no, I'm not going to invite the user, guest user नहीं कर रहा हूँ. I will create a user, Sohail at bankofamerica.com. Then same Craft says, Sohail at craft.com. Then I'm not utilizing that. But if they plan, and that is how normally it works, if they plan to use your ID and they have given you access, fine. Suhail at tcs.com, they have also given access at suhail at tcs.com. So you can use this feature, switch directory, come here, change your organization. So this is what I have been doing here. Okay. I can go to this organization. I see I can work here. Fine, I'm done with my work. I've started building a new machine. I know it is going to take 10 minutes. I can quickly come here, again, change the organization, go to some next organization and do the work. Clear, guys? What is switch directory? This option. And
Yeah.
when you talk in your interview, you can use this option as well. You can talk about it, because if you portray that you have worked in real time, then you should know this. This is the reason I quickly told you about this. So it is very simple. Okay. So we were talking about the IP options. Let me pick one of the Windows machines. This is fine, I guess. By the way, guys, uh, these two machines, this one and this one, these are in same VNet, different subnets. Same VNet, different subnet. Central India VNet, subnet 1, Central India VNet, subnet 2. One is Windows machine, one is Linux machine. Do you think I should be able to ping to these machines without doing anything? By default, will these two machines talk to each other?
Yes.
Yes, guys. What about others? What do you think?
Yes.
So I have this is clear to you, right? If they are in one VNet,
Yes.
they can talk to each other, no matter how many subnets are there in that VNet, no matter which operating system they are using. So operating system and all this, I can show it to you if you want. Let's quickly check. Hey, this is VM1, Central India VNet, subnet 1. By default location will be Central India. VM2, Central India VNet, same VNet, subnet 2. And it is a Linux machine. So I'm logged into my Windows machine. Now I will log into my Linux machine. Do you think any kind of VNet pairing is needed here? No. Why? Because they are in same VNet. There's no scope of VNet pairing. First question. There is no scope of VNet pairing. There are no two VNets in this case. They are just in different subnets. So anything we required for subnets to talk to each other? No. Subnets, they talk to each other by default. One thing I'll have to do though at the OS level. What is that? I told you yesterday.
Firewall.
Yes. Firewall. That too not optional. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So let's see, without turning off the firewall, I'll check. What is the IP address of my machine? Windows machine?
192.168.0.4.
Okay. What is the IP address of this machine?
127.0.
So let's try pinging. Ping 192.168.0.20. Am I getting the replies? Yes. So which means the connectivity is there. I didn't have to anything. 192.168.0.4. Am I getting the replies? Yes. See, I didn't even have to turn off the firewall, or maybe I have already done that. I'm not sure. Maybe I have done on this. But if it is not working for some reason, यहाँ से यहाँ ping हो रहा है, यहाँ से यहाँ पर नहीं हो रहा है, then VNet level पे तो होता है उस तरह की भी setting VNet pairing में, but there is no VNet pairing here, right? So the most of the time it's operating system's firewall which is blocking. So you just have to come here and turn off the operating system firewall using the command which I used. If you do not have the command, let me know. I'll share the command, or you can simply do the Google and you will get the command. The command to turn off the
Net
firewall.
SH.
Yes, NetSH command, right?
We can also go to the server manager and
Yes,
switch
yes,
off.
you can do that also. If let's say if you're stuck, you're not finding the command, you're not able to do anything.
Long
So
process.
yeah, though it is a long process, but you can achieve it from here as well. So okay, so in this case, it was already off. Let's try it. Let me turn it on. And now domain firewall is on, private firewall is on, public firewall is on. And let's see if we can ping now. So can you guys see? Pinging from my Windows machine, it is working. It is working fine. To where? To my Linux machine. But is my Linux machine able to ping to my Windows machine?
No.
And why do you think it is not
Probably
able to do that? Do you think some VNet pairing is needed?
no.
No,
The
no.
firewall
Firewall
is
is
on.
on.
Yes. So I turned off the
Firewall.
firewall, turned on the firewall, which is blocking the traffic. So I simply have to come here and turn off the firewalls, turn off the all firewalls. That's all I'll have to do. And the command to do that, again, you can either go there or the command is, it is, I think netsh, it talks about advanced firewall and it sets all profile. All profile का मतलब क्या हुआ? वो जो हमने देखा एक ये था, public, private and domain था, right? So all, so I'll turn off all profiles. What should be the state? It should be off. Can you see? It started pinging. Because Linux is not blocking anything, but Windows, it was blocking the incoming traffic. I had to turn off the firewall and now we are able to ping it. Clear, guys? Still here?
Yes.
Okay, now let's talk about the networking settings. We saw what is the what is the IP address of this one. Now let's say I want to add one more IP to this. IP config. Okay, this is my IP address 192.168.0.4. I'm saying it's okay, but I need one more IP. Why do we require one more IP? क्यों लग सकता है? It could be any reason. मुझको बैकएंड से बैकअप लेना है, एक आईपी सब पब्लिक को देना है, एक आईपी से बैकअप लेना है और एक आईपी पे मुझको मे बी एंटीवायरस चलाना है. It could be anything, could be any reason. But if application owner is demanding IP, you have to give one IP. So from where can you change the IP address or from where can you check the settings? Very first thing, here it is. यहाँ से दिख जाता है, you click here, उससे भी चले जाओगे. Main segment is network. If you come here, click on network setting. Okay, I'm clicking on the network setting. What is this, guys? Can you see my cursor? What is this?
NIC, network
Nick,
inter.
Nick.
It is a NIC. Yes, the one which we discussed yesterday. It's a NIC on my
Yeah.
machine because IP हमेशा आपके NIC पे assign होता है. ठीक है, virtual machine के NIC पे आपका IP assign होता है. So this is your NIC. Now, when I say I want one more IP, what can I do? I can attach one more NIC. A machine can have more than one NIC. Physical machine can also have more than one NIC. Virtual machines can also have more than one NIC. If I want to change something on this NIC, then here it is. I can click on this first thing. And now look at this. What is this? This is your IP address, the one which is being assigned. Right? There are two methods, guys, to assign an IP address. One is dynamic, one is static. Dynamic का मतलब क्या हुआ? आप system पे छोड़ दो. ये मेरा range है. What is the range in this case we have? Whatever range we were discussing. Let's say if this is the range, and if I keep it dynamic, तो इस range में से कोई भी IP assign हो जाएगा. But I want very specific IP to be assigned to a machine. What could be the reason for a specific IP? हो सकता है कि इसका IP मैंने किसी और प्रोग्राम में कहीं प्रोग्रामिंग में किसी कोड में फीड करके रखा है एंड आई डोंट वांट कि आईपी बार बार चेंज हो. सो आई वांट अ स्टैटिक आईपी. आई विल असाइन दैट आईपी. डायनेमिक का ऐसा होता है कि ये आईपी कैन गेट चेंज. मशीन रीबूट कर लो एंड दिस आईपी मे गेट चेंज. इट मे बी लाइक दिस ओनली and it may get changed also. Static IP, you assign it and it will remain until you remove it. But range will be same. इसी range से assign कर सकते हो. Just because it is you are assigning, that does not mean you can go ahead and इसके अलावा जो है आप 10.0.8.1 का IP है उसको ये कर दोगे. No. If this your range is this, you'll have to assign one of the IPs from this. कोई IP already use हो चुका है, dynamically you cannot assign that as a static IP. और statically भी कहीं पर भी मतलब duplication नहीं हो सकता. एक IP दो बार नहीं लगाया जा सकता है. ठीक है. So if I want to do anything here, let's say I want to change this IP to static. I'm saying I'm happy with the IP. एक ही IP चाहिए, सबको चाहिए, but this is dynamic IP. ये शायद लूज हो सकता है, and I don't want that. So you have to come to network. Under network, you have to select your NIC. Under NIC, you have to click on IP configuration, then select this and change it to static. Simple. बस इतना ही करना आपको. Now this IP will become static IP. I'm saying, okay, let that IP address be as it is and assign one more IP to my same NIC. Can we have multiple IPs on same NIC? Yes, you can have. IP, I am saying it as a secondary IP, I'm calling it. What kind of IP do you require? Dynamic IP or static IP? I'm saying dynamic चल जाएगा, मुझको बस एक और IP चाहिए as of now. Then it is updating the NIC. And now look at this. On the same NIC, you have two IPs. One is 05, one is 04. Got it, guys? Now I'm saying I need one more IP. I said fine, secondary, and we can call it as backup IP. I'm going to use this as backup. But I'm saying because this is a backup IP, तो मेरा backup का जो software है, वो इसी IP को बार बार hit करता रहेगा. So I don't want this IP to be changed. So give me one static IP. You say fine, I'll give you a static IP. Can I use the same IP? 0.5 or 0.4?
No, you can.
No. And
No.
whatever is the range, I will have to use only one particular IP. And now I'm not even sure if I'll get the IP. Let's see why. Let me try though first. I may get an error. Okay, it worked fine. Look at this. Now I have 3 IPs to one machine. Got it, guys? This is how you can add an IP to an existing NIC. Is this clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I say, give me another NIC. मुझको एक NIC card ही अलग चाहिए. I'm not talking about assigning an IP of the NIC. Give me another NIC. So what can you do? If you're asking for another NIC, then you will have to attach a NIC. Okay? So let's go ahead and check how do you attach a NIC. Come here, networking settings, virtual machine, networking, network settings, NIC. This is the NIC on which we worked, but now I want to attach a different NIC, a new NIC. So I'm attaching a NIC. Can it be done when machine is on?
No downtime required.
So you need a downtime for this. So let's go ahead. Shut down the machine. Once machine is shut down, then we'll be able to assign a NIC.
NIC will be assigned to resources, right?
To resources, matlab? Didn't get you.
ये secondary NIC होगा वो कहाँ पे
Hmm.
assign होगा?
Where are we? Where did I come to click? In NIC में मैं आया कहाँ से?
Subnet पे VNet
No.
पे है हम.
No, we are not on VNet.
We are on virtual machine. So
हाँ virtual
No.
machine है. वो तो
resource पे
virtual
लगता
machine
है
को एक
virtual.
लगेगा ना वो.
Yes.
दोनों भी एक ही virtual machine को लगेंगे.
Yes, yes. I just told you virtual machine can have multiple NICs. Even a physical virtual machine can have multiple NICs. In fact, look at the servers. Physical server I'm talking about. See? 1, 2. There are 2 NICs. You can have multiple NICs.
Okay.
यहाँ पर 3 है. You can have multiple NIC on physical machine also. You can have multiple NIC on virtual machine also. So we are attaching a multiple NIC. What could be the reasons? Reason कुछ भी हो सकते हैं. आपको traffic divert करना है.
Okay.
Whatever could be the reason. ठीक है. Load ये करना है. Those are application reasons. But you can have multiple IP addresses on one NIC. You can have multiple NIC on one machine. Both are possible. ठीक है. So now you attach a network interface. Do I have any network interface here?
Sorry, sir.
Yes, someone is asking.
Public IP are chargeable. Similarly, these which we are assigning, they are private IP. So if you are taking multiple IPs or assigning multiple IP to a NIC, we will be charged 2 times for that IP, right?
No, which IP am I assigning? Did I assign public
My
IP or
question
private IP?
is private IP also chargeable?
No, definitely it is not. It is not. Got it? Private IPs are free.
Yes.
That is the reason we will be using private IPs, right? So here, do I have a nick, a lying nick जिसको मैं attach कर सकता हूँ यहाँ पर already जो nick पड़ा है? No, I'll have to create one.
Need to create.
Resource group, I can take anyone. Location, my machine is in Asia or Central India, sorry, and I'm trying to create a nick in East US. Will I be able to use that?
No region specific.
No. ठीक है, यहाँ तो बनाने ही देगा because I am coming from machine, तो by default है. But let's say कि I go here and I thought I'll create a nick first, attach मैं बाद में कर देता हूँ. ठीक है, I can do that also. I come here, I create a nick, and here I'm free to select the region. So here I thought let's create in East US. मैंने East US में एक nick बना दिया. So do you think that nick will appear here? यहाँ पर दिखेगा वो nick?
No.
No.
Why not? It is region specific. यहाँ पर वही nick दिखेगा जो Central India में है. Got it? And because I'm coming from the machine, तो इसने by default ले लिया. Now I can call it as secondary nick. Okay, this is what I was talking about. My subnet didn't have enough memory. Okay, hopefully I get it here. What do you mean by subnet doesn't have enough memory, enough capacity?
IP
All
address
the
get
IP
allocated.
assigned to that
Used.
subnet is
Yes.
consumed.
कितने IPs मिले होंगे मुझको? Looking at this, what do you think? कितने IPs? Usable IPs? How many usable
Minus
IPs?
5, 24.
29 is my cider.
No,
How
no.
many IPs?
Need
Total
to
IPs
check
कितने
that.
मिलते हैं? Yes, total IPs. How many total IPs will I get?
8.
8. Usable IPs?
3 only.
3, 3,
3.
3.
इसलिए वो खत्म हो गए. I'm creating a nick. What kind of IP address do you want? He says I'm okay with dynamic. Fine, dynamic. Ports, this we are going to discuss later. बाद में discuss करते हैं हम लोग. This is the same thing which we do at the time of machine creation, but हम default nick के लिए करते हैं, हम additional nick लगा रहे हैं. ठीक है? Dynamic, it is okay. Private IP 6 चाहिए आपको? No. I told you we are still not dealing with IP6. I'm happy with IP4. So now it is creating another NIC for this machine. Now, when I log into this machine, you will see 2 different network interface card on that machine. I'll show it to you. It has created, now it is attaching. So if I assign you a task to change the IP address of a machine, I hope you guys will be able to do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look at this. Now this has been attached. Meanwhile, I'll turn on the machine. Can you see? This is the VM I have. How many NICs this VM has?
2.
NIC 1 and NIC 2. Got it? Okay. So तो ये बहुत ज्यादा आता नहीं है, but you should know, इसलिए मैंने आपको बता दिया. This is how you can attach a NIC. What else do we have here? Let's see. Let's talk about this machine and see. I am moving away from that machine just to have less confusion. उसमें 2 NIC हो जाएंगे. Now you might get confused. Again, we are coming to 1 NIC machine. इस पे आ जाते हैं. Okay, this is my IP address. If I have to change, I'll go to NIC. This is my public address. Now I want to remove the public IP. आप लोगों के इसमें कोटा है 3 public IP का. Someone says कि यार can you please remove the public IP? I want to create more machine. Can you please delete your machine? You are saying यार मैं मशीन पे कुछ ट्राई कर रहा हूँ. तो I don't need the public IP. मुझको मशीन पे लॉगिन भी नहीं करना है. कुछ प्रैक्टिकल ऐसे ही कर रहा हूँ मैं. Maybe I want to resize the machine, इसलिए मैं चेक कर रहा हूँ. Do you require to log in to resize the machine? Let's say आप मशीन resize का प्रैक्टिकल कर
No.
रहे हो, है ना? इसके लिए आपको एक मशीन चाहिए. And someone from subscription says, can you please delete the machine? Why? Because I am not able to create another machine because public IP quota is already full. So you would say, I don't need a public IP. I just need a machine. So he says, can you please remove the public IP? So how do you remove a public IP from machine? Look at this public IP. Or let's remove the public IP from this machine. Go to network settings. This is the public IP we have. First, let's check. What option do we get? Okay, ये सब है. What option should I select to remove the public IP?
Delete.
Yes, either
At
delete,
the top you
Deassociate.
have delete option.
Deassociate.
either delete or disassociate. Now both will work. How? I'll ask you, bhai, where are you creating your machine? He says Central India. Central India, fine, ठीक है. Which VNet are you using? This यही VNet use करूंगा. Fine, I'm deassociating my VNet. I'm deassociating my public IP. Do one thing, while creating मेरा public IP आप use कर लो. ठीक है? This is what you can do. Disassociate कर दो तो आपका public IP free हो जाएगा. The person who's creating the public IP or the creating the machine with public IP, he can use your public IP. Because the moment you do disassociate, this will be free for other machines to be used. Is it clear, guys? Similarly, जैसा disk का होता है ना, उसी तरह public IP भी है. आपने इस machine से disassociate कर दिया, someone else in same region can utilize it. Is it clear?
It will be picked up by default.
By anybody else who is creating the
No,
machine,
not by
right?
default. See, while creating the machine,
आपने बताया ना कि पब्लिक आईपी पे हमारा कोई ये नहीं होता, वो ऑटोमेटिकली असाइन हो जाता है.
ऑटोमेटिक असाइन होगा मतलब क्लास वगैरह उससे. दैट्स व्हाट आई मेंट. आपके रिसोर्स में आपके यहाँ पर बना हुआ यही आईपी पिक होगा. दैट इज नॉट ऑटोमेटिक. व्हाट इट विल डू कि अगर
Okay.
आपका कोटा है अवेलेबल, सो व्हाट आई मेंट कि वो क्लास ए, क्लास बी, क्लास सी कहीं से भी कुछ भी आपको असाइन कर देगा. उसमें आपका कोई कंट्रोल नहीं है.
और इधर से अगर डिसएसोसिएट किया तो
देन आपने एक पब्लिक आईपी ले रखा है. यू आर स्टिल पेइंग फॉर दिस पब्लिक आईपी. यू आर स्टिल पेइंग फॉर दिस पब्लिक आईपी एंड you are not using it on any machine. And if you try creating another machine in same this one in same subscription, so it's not necessary कि वो जाके वही आईपी को पिक करेगा. It will give you one more IP. Now look at this. ये वाला आईपी हमने हटा दिया, ठीक है? If I create a VM, if I go to networking session, public IP, it gives me an option to either select no public IP, right? अगर मेरा भी प्रैक्टिकल ऐसा है मशीन रिसाइज का देखना जिसमें पब्लिक आईपी चाहिए ही नहीं, तो आई विल आस्क दैट पर्सन कि व्हाई डोंट यू क्रिएट अ मशीन विदाउट पब्लिक आईपी. हियर इट इज. पब्लिक आईपी तो तभी लगेगा जब रिमोट लेना है आपको, राइट? और व्हाई डोंट यू यूज माय पब्लिक आईपी व्हिच आई हैव डिसएसोसिएटेड. This is the one. But why am I not able to see this here now?
We are creating a new machine, so that's
No, but then I should be able to see it. It is giving me an option, right? What could be the reason, guys, that I am not able to see this public IP which is sitting freely? Now it is freely sitting. Why? Because it is not associated with any machines. It is
Then
not associated with any machine. Then why am I not able to see this?
It is you're checking it in a different region, most
Yes.
probably.
This public IP, though it is free, but it is sitting in Central India, and my machine is being created in East US.
East
East
US.
US.
Okay.
इसलिए वो नहीं दिख रहा है वहां पर. But if I go and check in Central India, though it takes some time, not necessary कि अभी भी दिखेगा. Let's see. Let's go to Central India.
So it is region specific, right?
Yes.
So for
Yeah.
East US, I won't be able to use that particular IP
No,
address.
no. That particular you will not be able to use. So if I come here, now look at this. Do you see? This IP I'll be able to use. Sorry, this is no, public IP here. Yeah. Can you see the public IP?
Hmm.
इसने मशीन का ही नाम ले लिया, इसलिए डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज. दिस इज नॉट मशीन. पब्लिक आईपी जो है ऑलमोस्ट मशीन का नाम ले लेता है. तो मेरे मशीन का नाम मैंने रखा था VM2 सेंट्रल इंडिया सबनेट 2. हेंस इट हैज टेकन द सिमिलर नेम फॉर द पब्लिक आईपी. पब्लिक आईपी का भी एक नाम लग जाता है, ठीक है. तो इट इज आईपी बट Azure उसको एक नाम दे देता है. सो दिस इज द आईपी व्हिच आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. सो इट विल नॉट पिक अप बाय डिफॉल्ट. इट विल गिव यू अ न्यू आईपी, और इस पे आपका कोई कंट्रोल नहीं होगा कि कौन सा क्लास का चाहिए. इनफैक्ट while selecting this IP also you did not have any control. जब आपने ये IP बनाया था, that time also I did not have any control कि मुझको 128 वाला दे दो या मुझको 91 वाला दे दो. I didn't have any control. ये IP भी मुझको without control के ही मिला है. Whatever they gave me, the maximum control I have here कि do I want to use that IP or do I want to use new IP or I don't want to use public IP. This control I have. Like here in private IP, I have the control के पूरा का पूरा मैं change करके 10 का सीरीज को लेके 192 सीरीज कर सकता हूँ. Whichever and whatever I want. वहां पे जाके मैं assign कर सकता हूँ IP. That you cannot do with public IP.
Okay.
Is it clear, guys? So make sure while creating the IP, if you are doing any practical जहां पर public IP is not required while creating a machine, so you select none. आपको अगर machine resize का practical करना है, you don't require a public IP. आपको RDP उसमें करना ही नहीं है. या फिर किसी भी तरह का मशीन डेस्क वाला प्रैक्टिकल करना है. फॉर दैट मैटर एनी प्रैक्टिकल वेयर यू डोंट वांट टू लॉग इन टू द मशीन, डोंट यूज पब्लिक आईपी. डोंट जस्ट वेस्ट एट पब्लिक आईपी. ठीक है. नाउ यू आर जस्ट बिकॉज डिसएसोसिएटेड, डज इट मीन कि आपका कोटा फ्री हो गया? लेट्स से इफ यू हैड अ कोटा ऑफ पब्लिक आईपी, ठीक है, दो इन दिस सब्सक्रिप्शन आई डोंट हैव एनी कोटा, सो आई विल बी एबल टू क्रिएट अनदर आल्सो. लेट्स से कि अगर मेरा कोटा होता 5 पब्लिक आईपी का, and I have disassociated one public IP. So do you think कि मेरे कोटा में फिर से एक और मिल गया मुझको? Now another user will be able to create a new machine with new public IP.
No,
Right. So
we need to delete that.
yes, just removing or disassociation, it's not enough. I'll have to delete that. And I will have to delete the public IP. Now I'm trying to delete all of them. Do you think I'll be able to delete all of them?
No, that's in use, I think.
Yes. IPs which are connected to some machine, they won't get deleted. जो associated है वो वैसे ही delete नहीं होंगे. इसमें delete आपका सिर्फ वही एक होगा which is already disassociated. Got it, guys?
और वो जो डिसएसोसिएट है वो अगर किसी और मशीन पे सेम रीजन में असाइन किया
Then
तो
वो
डिलीट करने
associated
का
हो गया.
सवाल ही नहीं आता ना.
Then associated हो गया ना वो. The moment you
वो
use
आप
somewhere, associated हो गया वो.
अभी आप कोटा का क्या बोल रहे थे, वो थोड़ा समझ में नहीं आया ये फिर.
Are you familiar with the concept of quota? क्या आप लोगों के सब्सक्रिप्शन में कोटा है that you can use only 5 IPs? ऐसा नहीं कि आप n number of public IPs बनाते जाओगे, n number of machine बनाते जाओ, n number of public IP बनाओ, वैसा नहीं हो सकता, राइट? 5
हाँ
आपने मशीन बना
करेक्ट.
ली, 5 पब्लिक आईपी, छठा नहीं बनेगा. Why? Because there is a quota
कोटा
on your
खत्म हुआ.
public IP.
हाँ.
कोटा खत्म हो गया. So I was saying कि अगर आप सिर्फ डिसएसोसिएटेड कर दो तो भी आपका वो आपके कोटा में नया ऐड नहीं हुआ, because public IP तो आप अभी भी यूज कर रहे हो. so you'll have to delete it. तब आपके कोटा में एक और आने का स्कोप बन गया.
Okay. Okay.
ठीक, 1 succeeded, 4 failed. क्यों फेल हुए? Because all those 4 they are connected. अब ये फेल हो गए. Now if I had a quota of 5, now I have 4 public IP. Again I'm free with one. I'm left with 1 public IP. Now I can create 1 machine or anything using the public IP. Otherwise I'll have to create a resource without using the public IP. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, so under networking, so we have only 3 minutes left. Won't be able to start any new topic or anything here, but let me check if anything else is there. ठीक है, सो यहाँ पर आके आप जो है आपका आईपी वगैरह चेंज कर सकते हो. ठीक है, यू हैव टू कम हियर, क्लिक हियर. यहाँ से आप अपना आईपी को चेंज कर सकते हो. ओके, we'll see. I'll assign some tasks and some questions. Please go through them, and in this week please watch the recording etc. ठीक है, वो सब अच्छे से देख लेना. बाय द वे पब्लिक आईपी भी आपका निक पे ही लगता है. ठीक है, सो यू कैन हैव अ निक विदाउट पब्लिक आईपी और विद पब्लिक आईपी. अगर आपको पब्लिक आईपी बाद में भी लगाना है, विल हैव टू दिस निक आईपी कॉन्फ़िग पर चले जाओ, एसोसिएट अ पब्लिक आईपी एड्रेस. सेम यहाँ पर आप एग्जिस्टिंग वाला भी यूज कर सकते हो और आप न्यू भी क्रिएट कर सकते हो. Similar thing you can do here also. That we were doing while creating the machine, this we are doing on an existing machine. कि आपने एक machine बना दी without public address, and now you feel कि मेरे पास एक public IP होना चाहिए. So you can come to IP config, and either you can create a new public IP and assign to this, or you can use your existing public IP and click save. As far as it is not associated with other, you will be able to use it. Okay, guys, then I'll close the session. 30 seconds are left. I'll upload the recording. We'll share the questions and tasks. Please make sure you go ahead and watch the basics of networking, today's session, yesterday's session, go through the questions and complete your task as well. See you guys next week. If you have any questions, any doubt, feel free to reach out to me on my WhatsApp. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.